Hello humans, this is Random Visage and welcome to the Random channel. Today going to be continue playing Untold. This is part 3 and last time we entered the Dusk Megalith's ruins. We killed a druid archer and now the fucking, what is that girl? What is Rashleen? Yes, the Rashleen is injured by a poison tipped arrow, so she's going to be dead soon, so we need to find a boat, and we need to find a ship, and we need to find an antidote of some kind. I tried to go into the fucking approach the summit. What is that? The ceilings have mostly collapsed. Some of the more prominent structures have recently been used as makeshift stables. You discover a path beyond the ruins to the north. It will take you to the summit. Explore the eastern ruins. Approach the summit. I went way too far. I need to go back. Wait. Where am I? I went to Triad Apex straight up. Seriously? Oh, great. I missed an entire part. I feel like I need to check that out next time if I remember, obviously. So we need to go here, the eastern ruins, and we also need to go there, the other side of the beach. So there are two places we need to go now. Above the sunlit ruins, the standing stones of Triad Apex crown the summit. A parliament of rooks quietly watches from above, crowding the megalith structure. I forget what rooks are. I think rooks are just, I know it's some kind of bird, but what kind of bird exactly? I'm unsure. But okay, look around. The standing stones are surrounded by a wilderness barely visible in tall grass. Nearby, a clay pot contains several torches. I'm gonna pick up a torch because that's going to be great help later. Where is it? Torch. Fire. A great discovery if there ever was one. Yeah. Great discovery. You grab one of the torches from the clay pot. Explore the wilderness. Approach the monument. Explore the wilderness. Beyond the pines to the east, you discover a mysterious hole in the ground. Looking down, you notice that a massive boulder lies at the bottom of the pit. Remove the boulder. It won't budge, not even slightly. I'm guessing you need extraordinary... Either it's an event, or you need like a really high strength stat to be able to do it. Leave it alone. Let's grow... above the sunlit ruins, the summit stone of Triad... the standing stones of Triad Apex crown the summit. A parliament of rooks quietly watches from above, crowding the megalith structure. Yeah, we already read this. Approach the monument. Approach the pit. What pit? Approach the pit, I guess. Okay, yeah, I already did this. Approach the monument. You approach the monumental standing stones. There are 3 of them placed around a horizontal slab of red granite. The slab seems just about large enough to make room for a person of average height. Hieroglyphic inscriptions have been carved into the standing stones. This is very interesting because one of the earlier books we found, I think in the camp, there was some talk about the dying man was writing something about like a fucking, I need to remember the fucking what is it, like I need to remember these inscriptions, hieroglyphics. I need to understand them to move forward or something like that. Read the hieroglyphics. The hieroglyphics are beautiful, read yet incomprehensible, so I need some sort of dictionary to be doing this. So let's go back. I'm guessing this is not good enough. Pylon, please travel there. As you walk down the serpentine path of the Triad Apex, you have a feeling that you're being watched. Turn around. A wolf is prowling in the wilderness nearby. Momentarily, you lock eyes with the predator. The wolf begins to move closer. Fight the wolf. I need the experience for it, so I'd rather fight the wolf. Parry. I'm not parrying much. Hopefully I can parry some. Alright. You've slain the beast. Dead wolf lies bleeding and twitching in the grass. I got 40 XP. I'm gonna eat something so that I can 2 health. It's not good enough. Need something with more health. Guess a dog stick should do it. Yeah, dog stick did it. I need more food, man. I'm getting low on food. Would like to... let's save the game. Alright. So I did not go too far away. Let's walk away. So when we get the hieroglyphics, we need to go to the summit and read the hieroglyphics. Okay, I'm making just a mental note. Walk away. Sunlit ruins of Dusk Megalith are located at the mountainous plateau overlooking the forest highlands to the south. Let's see where we are exactly. So we're at Pylon, Nameless Island. This is that. I'm not sure what this. Okay. So we can just go back at any moment. Is it going to be super difficult to travel there? Is it going to be like... Is she going to die if I do this? Full-scale war has erupted in the forest. The armies of cultists and druids clash on the highland battlegrounds. Venturing further south at this moment would be too risky. Turn back. Okay, so this, I can't go back to the island, it would seem. Let's go back to the pylon. Enter the caravan. This time I have a torch. It's too dark in here, you need a torch. Light the torch. You explore the caravan by torchlight. The flickering flames reveal a staircase spiraling down into the lower depths. You walk down the stairs. Downstairs, you discover the entrance to an underground hallway illuminated by wall cones. Take a look. The spacious hall is deep, with no end in sight. There are no guards as far as you can tell. Enter the hallway. Hieroglyphics cover the wall from top to the bottom. As you explore the empty hallway, you hear distant echoes of strange voices. Listen, not keep listen. The voices are deep, like a baritone choir chanting rhythmically. It sounds like they are engaged in some sort of divine worship. Keep walking. Further ahead, there are 3 doorways to your right. The strange echoes seem to originate from the nearest doorway. Look ahead. Roughly estimated, the 3 doorways are separated by intervals of 30 paces. They're really far away then. Beyond the 3rd entrance, the hallway is shrouded in darkness. Listen to chant. Thrown back, blade sharp, 1,000 rooks devour flesh. The rooks going to attack me now? Keep walking. You have discovered the entrance to a subterranean chapel. At this point, the monotonous chant of the baritone choir is loud and clear. The opposite wall is adorned with a large mosaic. Examine the mosaic. The mosaic depicts the silhouette of a rook within a full moon. I'm not sure what a rook is. It sounds like a crow, but a raven is also a crow, a big crow. So I'm not sure what's what at this point, honestly. Okay, approach the next doorway, explore the first chapel. You enter the chapel. So far the chanting druids have their backs turned towards you. It would be quite difficult, if not impossible, to move any further undetected. Look around. It's a small chapel occupied by a congregation of 9 cloaked druids at the other end. A black marble sculpture stands on this altar. The center of attention, a narrow archway, lies beyond the altar. Why would I approach the altar? No, not that. This. So we're going to approach the altar. It's probably going to kill me, but yeah. Chanting subsides quietly. The cloaked druid move to surround you. Suddenly, startled, you recognize some of their faces until you realize that they are wearing death masks. They must have been quick to gather the likeness from the corpses in the lagoons. Simultaneously, the masked druids pull out their scimitars and decapitate you. That would make sense, yeah. I guessed as much that was going to happen, but I was like, you know what, let's try it. Apparently that wouldn't happen, but that could happen, so I'm going to leave the chapel, which makes sense. That's what I would do. At least this game makes a lot more sense than medieval fantasy does sometimes. Great game. I'm not saying that game is not good, but sometimes it's just aggravating. Let's approach the next doorway. You notice that it's relatively quiet further down the hall, which remains unguarded, at least so far. Look over your shoulder. There's no one behind you. That's creepy as shit. Keep walking. You have discovered the entrance of another chapel, where a different mosaic adorns the opposite wall. Judging by the silence, there doesn't seem to be any activity within the second chapel. Examine the mosaic. The mosaic depicts a wolf leading a procession of humans from a burning building. Wolf leading a procession of humans from a burning building. That's interesting. Approach the next doorway. Go back to the first chapel. Explore the second chapel. Chapel is empty. The walls are decorated with the wolf hides. A strange angular stone has been placed on the pulpit. Look at the stone. The stone is covered with minuscule inscriptions. Examine the stone. It's a tetrahedron cut from limestone. Each side displays a set of symbols or letters from 4 different languages, 2 of which are unfamiliar. However, you do recognize the hieroglyphs and the common runes of Tem Kiris. Try to make sense of it. It's a cipher stone. The signs are organized in such a way that the stone may be used for purpose of translation. You can use it to interpret the hieroglyphics. This is remarkable, considering the secretive nature of Druid culture. Take the cipher stone. You take this. You take the stone from the pulpit. There's nothing else to be found. Leave the chapel. Let me look at my inventory. Cipher stone. A tetrahedron cut from limestone. Inscription cover the stones on all sides. The object can be used to interpret hieroglyphics. This is great. Like if you, that is amazing that they can fit all that onto a small stone. That is great. Okay, what do I do next? Approach the next doorway. You hear a gentle sound of wordless and harmonious chant echoing through the illuminated hallway. I'm really safe scumming in this one, but what can I do? Look over your shoulder. There's no one behind you. That's creepy as shit again. Listen. Sounds like the mysterious chant is being performed by a congregation of women. Keep walking. You have discovered the entrance to a third chapel, which yet another distinct mosaic adorns the opposite wall. The wordless chant is being performed by a congregation inside the chapel. Examine the mosaic. The mosaic depicts a woman with 9 burning heads. She is standing within a teardrop inside the sun. That's interesting. That's a very interesting one. I would wonder what it would look like if it was a more picturesque. Listen to the chant. Soothing and harmonious, the wordless chant is beautiful. You wonder if anyone would disagree. Listen to the chant. You could stand here all day and the chant almost lulls you to sleep. Okay, that's not good. Explore the third chapel. Exclusively female, a group of masked druids are standing in a circle around a fire pit. The cloaked women are chanting. Go inside. Clearly the odd one out, you are quickly detected by the druids despite your discretion. Previously gathered in a circle around the fire pit, the masked women now encircle you, reaching for their weapon. Negotiate. Silver or not, your tongue is severed before you get a word in edgewise. Flabbergasted, you lose one eye after another. They slit your throat and drag your body to the fire pit. I guessed as much, but I did not expect that to be that fast. Okay. Examine the mosaic. Listen to the chant. Listen to the chant. Explore the third chapel. Go inside. So they always see me, so I'm gonna fight. Unable to anticipate their attacks, it's only a matter of time before you bleed to death. The assassins keep stabbing and cutting intermediately from any direction. Weak in the knees, you attempt to accept your fate. Okay. So I mean, it makes sense. There is a multiple of them, and I'm not exactly the best at fighting. So let's go for the. I wonder. I just wonder. If I listen to the chant again, am I gonna fall asleep? You close your eyes involuntarily for a moment. You dream of better days. Suddenly you are shocked by a painful sensation in the gut. Open your eyes. You're standing in the circle of masked druids around a fire pit. The cloaked women are chanting. Look down. Looking down, you realize that you have been disemboweled. What's worse, you are holding a blade soaked in blood. Having fallen to your knees, you then collapse into the fire pit. Druids chant ever so softly as your entries are being roasted. Yeah, I guessed as much. I guessed that would happen. I didn't expect exactly that to happen, but I guessed as much that something like that would happen. Examine the mosaic, listen to the chant, explore the third chapel, turn back. Okay, explore the end of the hallway. Let's go there. Leaving the third chapel behind, you begin to approach the end of the hallway, which is shrouded in darkness. Light the torch. The walls are completely bare in this section of the hallway, displaying no further hieroglyphics inscription. Look over your shoulder. There's no one behind you. Examine the mosaic. You have discovered the entrance to a dark chamber at the end of the hallway. It's quiet. The walls are adorned with 2 different mosaics. Alright, hold on a second. Fucking hell. Okay. Examine the mosaics. One depicts a pale swordsman holding up a severed head. The other depicts a rook devouring the eye of a winter raven. Okay. Explore the dark chamber. Interesting. Are those heads? Those are masks. The dark chamber reeks of putrefaction. Chains hanging from the ceiling, displaying the flayed skin of a dead cultist. The walls are decorated with an abundance of raven masks. Grab a mask. Most of the masks are damaged. Most likely the druids have collected them as trophies from the battleground of their eternal war against the cultists. You grab one that is somewhat intact. So the druids are not our friends, and neither are the fucking, what are they called? Cultists. Both are attacking. Druids are the green and blue fellows, right? Super confused. Let's see what type of... It's an armor type weapon, interestingly enough. Protection 14. Melee damage is really reducing though. A white wooden mask sculpted to resemble a raven's beak surrounded by a pattern of sharp feathers. Yeah, I'm not gonna put this on because it's really depleting my melee damage. It's putting down 8%. I've already got 5% down because of one of my things. Now it's gonna go down 8%. I'll be fucked. Most of the masks are damaged. Most likely the druids have collected them as trophies. Somebody already did that. Search the chamber. There's nothing here but piles upon piles of skeletal remains, reduced to spinal fragments and cranial shards, broken like residual pottery of lost cities. Leave. You emerge from the dark chamber. A cloaked woman is standing in the hallway. Armed with 2 daggers. Her face is concealed behind a circular white mask. You might be able to fool the others, but not me. Any last words, thief? I would like to save before we move on. I'm gonna save it here because might have to, just because sometimes recordings fucks up. I'm gonna attack first. Let's see what happens. Druid assassin, let's go. Ha, parry that shit. Come on, get me another parry. I'm gonna die. Come on, man. No, come on. Yes, another parry. Just great. Just kill it. Did it kill it? Holy shit. Exhausted, you lean against the blood-stained wall, looking down at her battered corpse. Unfortunately, the commotion has attracted the attention of others. They quickly overwhelm you. What did I even get? So let's eat something first. Actually, let's save something first. Let's save it here. I'm gonna eat right as they fight me, and whatever I have, not much, but you know, something is better than nothing. This is problematic. This is a very problematic situation. Let's see if I can get anything better. Protection is 62%, but melee damage will be fucked. I'm not doing that. Masker Nierva. Okay. A thin circular white mask, almost featureless, aside from narrow, horizontal apparatus for eyes and mouth. Melee damage will be reduced a bit. I'm not up for masks, man. These are really reducing my... Yeah, I can't put anything on. Let's see. So many. Resist. What am I gonna do? It's no use. You're shackled and thrown into a cell. Years go by, and the druids decide to sacrifice your malnourished body to rooks on the Triad Apex. That's how I die, really. So apparently there's no pathway from there. Like, you can't go back to a checkpoint. It's a good thing I saved one of the save slots for one of the earlier locations. So this time I'm going to retreat, because apparently I'm just going to fucking die if I go down this path, because I kill one of them. I'm barely any health, but like multiple of them are gonna show up and they're gonna kill me. You already saw what happened. So let's retreat this time. You retreat into the dark chamber. The masked druid is behind you. Ambush the druid. That makes sense. Much better sense. Moving swiftly, you step across the corner. You strike low, wounding her right leg. She trips and falls head first, giving you the upper hand. Finish her. Oh, she already has lower health this time. Come on, man. She's already wounded. We got 50 experience, gold mask, this and that. Iron key number 17. Broken and battered and bruised, the cunning druid has been thoroughly defeated. Let us heal ourselves then. I'm going to save the game at this one. This one is the failure one. What's the point of keeping that? Let's eat something first before we move on to doing anything else. That didn't level me up, unfortunately. Bronze Gladius. A well-placed thrust will suffice to vanquish the enemy. Yeah, I'll equip this. This is great. This is perfect for me. Again, these things are just going to reduce my attacking ability. So I'm not gonna equip these. Melee damage is increased, but the protection is reduced too much. Then a heavy iron key from the ruins of Dusk Megalith. Alright. Catch your breath. The dark chamber reeks of yeah, I already read all this. Flayed skin of dead cultists. I didn't read that. Hide the corpse. You hide the corpse in the corner of the room. Leave. Stand near the entrance to a dark chamber is quite here. Go back to the third chapel. Go back to the second chapel. Go back to the first chapel. Let's book it out of here. So there's another pathway to go down in the chapels. I'm guessing when you're strong enough or something. I'm gonna go to Triad Apex. I'm gonna go and read the monument. Use the cipher stone. Mayhem, All Father Moon, the god of death, 1,000 rooks on the black throne, the pale god king of the underworld. Keep translating. Fenris, son of Mame, the great wolf, god of war and justice, the nomadic beacon showing the way from the black ashes of cataclysm. Keep translating. Nierva, daughter of Mame, the shapeshifter goddess of fire, deception, the god of flame, the fiery orb, the nine masks, the arbiter of catalyst. That's why they're in a combination of 9 in the under part. So there's a part of about rooks and a black throne. Yeah, rooks and a black throne. Got it. Wolf and a cataclysm and some sort of beacon. And there's fire. That's what's happening in the underground. That makes sense. Got it. Let's approach the fish. Remove the boulder. It doesn't even move. Let's go back. So we have to go down the chapel. This feels like. What's in the pylon? Let me see what's in the pylon. I think I've explored everything here. I think I didn't go to the eastern ruins. Let's go there. And somehow made it out. So I'm gonna make a save somewhere around here. Where should I save? And there should be more than 4 slots. Come on now. Yes, let's save here. Hopefully I don't die. Let's explore the eastern ruins. I still haven't found any antidote for her. You discover a short flight of stairs on the eastern outskirts. The stone steps will take you to the garden below, which surrounds the fallen pillars of a lost temple. I'm gonna end it here because I need to go. Thank you so much for watching. The link in the description to my Patreon. You can go check out my hentai let's plays. There's also a link to my Twitter. You can follow me there. Bye bye.